Hey everyone, welcome on back to the deeper dive. It is Luke, and man, oh man, have things gotten exciting in the past few days. As I said here, things are heating up, and we do have a lot of people agreeing with me here, and I am so excited to see what dropped today with this light paper that Velo Labs dropped. I am super excited about what I am about to show you guys. And like I say here, I believe that we are truly blessed to know everything we do about Velo. Make sure you check out more of my videos. Everything gives me strong conviction in this project. In the long term, in the short term, no matter what, if we get a dip, I'm accumulating. If we go up, then great, that is perfect. But I am so excited, guys. Check out this news that we had today. Big update, Valorians. They dropped their brand new light paper on their website about real world assets, PAYFI, plus they are blending the best of Web 2 and Web 3 with their Omni points and Orbit and bringing it all together. Let's get into this light paper from Velo that came out today. And also, by the way, guys, just to point out, I said things are heating up because we got this post from OmniPoints saying 3 days to go. This is a day ago now. I believe in 2 days we are going to get OmniPoints, and OmniPoints connects to Orbit. So what are the chances that both of them drop? I don't know how OmniPoints would work without Orbit, and they do work in conjunction, although Orbit could come later, I do think. So will we get them together? I don't know, but very exciting. It is possible. And like I said, things are heating up, so we got this news today. Very, very exciting. You can see it talks about real world assets and the PAYFI superposition loyalty point platform, as well as how they ensure real world demand for Velo and the USDV tokens. This is great, guys. Let's get into things. Let's go down here and see what I would like to show you guys. I've read through this a few different times. We can see right off the bat here where they say their mission is to create a secure and scalable platform where users can benefit from the liquidity and accessibility of tokenized assets such as US Treasury bills, commodities like gold, we've seen the Laos Bullion Bank, and financial products like account receivable contracts. Additionally, we provide a superposition concept for our loyalty points and voucher redemption platform. So I want to show you guys more of this paper. We can go down here and the problem that they're solving with the liquidity and accessibility of real world assets. And they say how many traditional assets such as real estate, government bonds, and commodities like gold are illiquid and difficult to trade. Ownership of these assets is often confined to large institutions or high net worth individuals due to high entry barriers, complex legal frameworks, and slow, inefficient markets. The solution with Velo's real-world assets. By tokenizing these real-world assets on a blockchain, Velo unlocks liquidity and accessibility for a broader audience. Through fractional ownership, users can own portions of high-value assets like US Treasury bills, gold, and account receivables, allowing even small-scale investors to participate in markets that were previously out of reach. And don't forget, real estate was one of the markets that Velo said they would tap onto. So will we see fractionalized real estate in the future coming in? We can see how they talk about real estate right here, although they didn't name it down here. So I think that will still come in the future, especially with how many projects CP Group goes into that have to do with real estate. There is a very large market for that in their portfolio already. Some of these benefits of Velo is increased liquidity, that fractional ownership, and global accessibility. So you can trade across borders without the need for intermediaries or institutional brokerage accounts, which is huge. You don't need these big accounts. You can be unbanked and have access to everything that you need. This is the future that we're heading towards, where everyone is able to take advantage of the same opportunities. This is that level playing field that we hear Ripple and them talk about so much. It's not only for the big players, it is also for the little guys, which I think Velo has made it clear they are specifically targeting the unbanked, but that includes those who just simply don't have access to all of these treasury bills and gold. It's not only the unbanked. There is plenty of people who do have banks, but they lack access and financial knowledge of how to do these things. I think Velo will be a very strong player in bringing that knowledge and bringing that accessibility like how they say they want to do. Now, bridging the Web 2 loyalty point system with Web 3 through PAYFI, the problem is that existing loyalty points programs in the Web 2 space lack flexibility and offer limited value for users. Traditional systems are confined for users to redeeming points within specific merchant ecosystems, and these points often become worthless if not used within a set period. And additionally, these points lack liquidity, making them nearly impossible to trade or exchange for other assets. So you can't really do anything with them. So this solution with Velo's PAYFI introduced a concept that allows loyalty points to exist in both Web 2 and Web 3 environments. And this enables users to redeem points for real-world products across multiple merchant networks while also using these points within decentralized applications. The PAYFI solution provides flexibility, liquidity, and global reach, making it easier for users to use their points as real assets. So I think this is going to be super huge. Some of these benefits is interoperability, the real-world use cases, like redeeming their points for real-world goods and services, such as digital vouchers across a global network of merchants, and increased flexibility and utility. They can swap their tokenized loyalty points on a decentralized exchange or use them within the Velo ecosystem for trading and staking. So right there, we have more utility within that Velo ecosystem and more drive, which is really big. And I am just so excited to see this light paper about this project because it is giving us the goods. We can see this problem with the adoption in current crypto payments. Despite the rise of the cryptocurrencies, they're not widely accepted for real-world use cases, largely due to volatility and regulatory complexities of converting crypto assets to money. Many users also struggle with the technical complexity of managing wallets and private keys, which is one of the significant barriers to adoption and putting that trust in the people to manage their own stuff. It is a big step. Now, their solution here is through their PAYFI and superposition loyalty points, users can benefit from the simplicity of traditional payment systems while leveraging blockchain. And Velo enables the seamless use of loyalty points and digital vouchers across Web 2 and Web 3 environments, making it easier for people to spend these digital assets in real-world contexts, which is really what we are making that big shift towards. So to see this coming out and going to be launching in the near future, it is going to be huge for Velo, I think. And remember, they are a big company. We may be early in terms of price action, but they have plenty of partners. They have tons of integration. For reference, here on this post, we have 300 merchants, according to this OmniPoints description, from OmniPoints on Google Play Store. So 300 merchants, that is pretty good to start off. And remember, some merchants are very big names. So who knows what we may have when we find out more of these merchants' names. There might be some really big names that actually tie in that are able to bring in a bunch of more utility. Now with this solution, their benefits are their stable payments with USDV, easy user experience, real world adoption once again by integrating with those merchants, 300 of which we already know. So that is pretty crazy. And they have this real world asset vision with tokenization of US Treasury bills. We saw that with OpenEden. I had a video just a few ago about that, and make sure to check that out. There's some very good stuff in there. We also have tokenized commodities like digital gold, and they say etc. So I'm sure more will come, like digital silver. We know the Laos Bullion Bank is already launched. Tokenization of financial products, account receivables, liquidity aggregation and financial innovation, and real-world restaking strategy. Now, I have spoke about this before, and I was on the dot. What this real-world asset restaking is I will get into in a moment here, but let's talk about these real world assets, tokenization of creating digital representations of real world assets like property, commodities, or securities on a blockchain. Property, guys, imagine that fractionalized real estate ownership. We can invest certain amounts in different projects and create that easier diversification that I think we will one day be very open to in the future and is normalized. We also have this programmability of once assets are tokenized, they can be programmed to behave in certain ways, enabling smart contracts to automate payments, asset transfers, and ownership management. So this is a huge step towards that. Liquidity. Traditionally, many real-world assets, such as real estate, are illiquid, meaning they are hard to buy or sell quickly. By tokenizing them, they can be traded on decentralized exchanges, providing greater liquidity and flexibility, and of course, with blockchain transparency and security. These advantages of real-world assets is that increased access, global reach, lower cost, and that liquidity once again. Here they talk about the tokenization of treasury bills and how this can allow fractional ownership and trading of these traditional institutional assets, which opens it to smaller investors. And the benefits is global accessibility to traditional exclusive financial products, lower minimum investment barriers, increased liquidity. And here we can see their diagram for real world asset integration. And of course, we have USDV and Velo playing big roles in these, since they will be some of the rails that people use to gain access. So here we have gold token in Laos as well. You can see how this goes, and the Velo is the settlement bank for this. So they clearly have a place in the future. That is another thing to remember. They talk about tokenized commodities like gold and the benefits like the fractional ownership, and a lot of these benefits carry over from one to the other, like the T-bills to the gold. They have a lot of similar benefits by tokenizing these assets. They also talk about this tokenization of account receivables for businesses, which is big as well. Won't apply to many of us, but it's another stream of revenue and demand use case for Velo and their ecosystem that will play into its future. If you do not think Velo is here to stay, you are absolutely wrong. I am sorry to say it, but you are wrong. Velo is very well here to stay. They have some of the largest players backing them. And this is only the beginning. They have so much more that I bet they haven't even announced that we will find out about in the coming months. And I am just so excited about this. Here we finally get into this real world asset restaking strategy. Now this I have spoke about before, and the US Treasury bills, I did call this on the dot. How this can work is you can stake your tokenized treasury bills on the Velo platform, using them as collateral to participate in yield-bearing activities. So let's say you own tokenized treasury bills with OpenEden through Velo. However this system is going to work once it's fully live and we get to see it, you will then, since USDV is backed with collateral like treasury bills, let's say you have $1,000 in those treasury bills, you can essentially offer that as collateral and receive more rewards in a compounding yield effect. Okay, this is great. So not only will you be earning 4 or 5% from the treasury bills, but you earn even more yield from letting them be used as collateral. And there's really no risk coming into this because your money is safe either way. It's in treasury bills, and overall collateral should not have to be used. It is a backup. So this is a great yield generating opportunity and absolutely exciting, guys. Here's another diagram. You could check this out and pause if you would like. There's no way that I can explain this that's going to help you see it other than just looking at it yourself. But these are how all of these connections are going to play out. And you can see how Orbit and OmniPoints are all going to connect, as well as with Velo and connecting to their Velo Finance and Universe. So all of their ecosystem is going to be connected together to play a role into bringing more demand for Velo and other tokens like USDV in the ecosystem. So this was absolutely crazy to see, guys, and I'm so excited about all of this. Here we can also see how these other tokens can actually plug in, and I'm not exactly sure about what this is trying to show here. I know that mainly OmniPoints and Orbit will try to make Velo the main player. We can see that in terms of regulatory compliance, Velo is doing their best to adhere to these legality and legitimacy of its operations with the token. Now, here's the architecture with Orbit, how we can see everything operating. Like I said, pause because I can't explain this diagram any better than it is actually drawn. But it is very exciting to see how all of this will play together and create this ecosystem within Velo itself. This gives me these Solana and these big coin vibes. I'm telling you guys, I could see this being a multi-billion dollar asset in terms of market cap. Right now it's 150 million, 200 million, something in that range. We will go to billions. I am telling you guys, it will be a multi-billion dollar market cap asset, okay? Not financial advice, but I'm telling you guys, it is going to be big. I recommend you read through some of this as well on your own, but overall I've covered the large of it, okay? This program is going to be very good and, like they say, integrate a diverse array of merchants to create a seamless ecosystem where users can redeem these loyalty points and digital vouchers for real-world goods and services. Here they say at the core of this ecosystem is Orbit, which Velo's Web2 bridge and into that Web3 ecosystem. They say how it not only enhances flexibility, but also ensures that Web2 and Web3 environments are synchronized, bringing them together, enabling merchants to accept these points and vouchers effortlessly. They say, moreover, the system is scalable, allowing for continuous expansion as more merchants join the ecosystem, ultimately bridging the gap between traditional economy and the world of blockchain-powered solutions. And we can also see this diagram as well. Once again, pause if you'd like to check it out. I recommend going over this page on your own. These key benefits of their loyalty point platform is diverse categories. So they have a bunch of different industries, including shopping, grocery, travel, restaurants, franchises, and e-vouchers, offering numerous ways to redeem these points. And the scalability, the platform is designed to grow as new merchants join, continuously expanding redemption options. Merchants can benefit by gaining access to a wider customer base and the opportunity to increase sales within a blockchain-enabled ecosystem. And there's a little bit of repetition in here as well that I won't read for all of you guys because I've said a lot of it over and over. Here's these demand drivers that they have, which is like the treasury bills, commodities like gold, and account receivables. And they say how in turn this revenue will allow Velo token holders to earn a proper or competitive yield from the management fees. By participating in these campaigns, Velo holders can benefit from attractive returns linked to the performance and demand of these real-world assets. So this is really exciting, guys, I do have to say. And they have all these demand drivers. I recommend reading through them, but it's pretty much a lot of the stuff that we know they have coming out. I would like to end showing you guys this document with this final sentence here that says the combination of real-world asset tokenization and the PAYFI ecosystem ensures that Velo not only empowers users to engage with decentralized finance, but also provides practical, real-world utility that drives adoption of blockchain technologies globally through these initiatives. Velo is positioning itself at the forefront of blockchain innovation, delivering value across both traditional and digital financial landscapes. Let's go, guys. I mean, this is some of the best news that we have seen from Velo in a little while now, but it is absolutely massive, and we can see how they are bringing everything that they have worked on together. Okay, we found out about a bunch of merchants in the past, and we found out about Orbit in the past, and we are finally seeing some of this stuff pull it all together. So I am getting very excited to see about what the future will bring. I also wanted to show you guys this, where people fade these connections that I make, and I've talked about a lot of people who work at Lightnet or Velo that have previous experience at big companies or banks, even central banks. And here from T-Trade, he pointed out that this person who was welcomed to the Lightnet team as commercial director of the Oceania region previously worked at Convera, and we also had Lightnet signing an international payment service agreement with Convera. So this stuff really doesn't surprise me to see these previous workers being hired, and then we have partnerships. It's sort of like integration with technology. They need people to bring on and understand the technology to see how they're going to integrate and continue to grow with it. So don't fade connections that you see on my previous posts of these LinkedIns that have all of these great backgrounds. It can bring a lot to the table. I also had this post. So for anyone who missed this, I believe this was in 2024, okay, because this is from Thailand 2024, the GC Power List Top 500. And from Lightnet on their legal team, he said that from a partnership perspective, we have collectively onboarded over 50 new partners within the Lightnet network in the last 12 months, which is huge. And many of those we don't know about. So I'm super excited to see what big names we could see dropped. And we know JP Morgan is definitely one of those, which is huge. And I bet there's a ton more that are big as well. And with their commercial efforts ramping up, they're processing over $130 million through their group's system every month, compared to approximately $20 million per month last year. So that is 5-6-fold on their growth in the last year. That is huge, guys. They also have pre-negotiated 6 majority acquisition term sheets and MOUs for expansion across the Southeast Asian region, including the potential takeover of a Thai publicly listed company in Thailand. So they clearly have a lot of money to make these acquisitions possible, which this was just super exciting. And I had to throw this in here. To end off here, Thailand has the potential, from the Bangkok Post, they made this post, Thailand has the potential to become a digital asset hub if strategic policies are implemented to support development, while clearer regulations and greater institutional investments are driving the cryptocurrency market to new highs this year. And we saw the SEC in Thailand announcing about digital assets and how they're going to begin some sort of testing. And my thoughts were, guess who is targeting Thailand in specific? Velo. Where does CP Group, the majority owner of Velo, own all of their 7-Elevens? In Thailand. Who's the only company that got sandboxed by the Bank of Thailand? Velo. Who has publicly said they will tap on to Thailand's multi-billion-dollar handout? Velo. Who is launching a QR code-based payment super app in Thailand, the country with the highest usage in QR code payments? Velo. What a time to be in this space. If you are here listening to me now, I thank you, and you are in the right place. This patience that you have had and dedication to tuning in and learning more, being open to this knowledge and ideas, it will pay off. We are truly in this innovation stage where in the coming years, this is going to become very, very big. Bigger than we have ever seen. We are about to have trillions of dollars flow into this market, potentially billions flowing into Velo, like how I said, and I am so excited, guys. Let me know what you guys think about any of this light paper. Everything in this was so exciting. The real world asset restaking is going to be huge. They have 300 merchants already connected. I mean, how are you going to fade this company? Make sure to check out other videos as well, because I have so many connections that I've put together. So many videos on Velo. I absolutely love Velo. This was crazy to see that they have grown so much in the last year, let alone in the next 5 years. Where will we be? Please smash the like button. Let me know what you guys think. Stay patient, stay calm, be ready for what is coming, because you are going to be absolutely juiced in these coming months. Things look amazing. Hope you all have a great day. I will talk to you guys later. Drop a like, subscribe, comment. Peace out, everyone.